Hi guys, welcome to Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the CSI KFC CY Chung.
And the incredible yoga master, Kyle Charles.
Right, so in this episode we are going to go through four films that we've watched and we previously mentioned.
Yeah.
Them being Avengers of Justice,
Yeah.
Knives Out,
Yay.
The Marine 3 Homefront,
Yep.
and Cyber City Odeo
Yeah.
808, which is an anime manga.
Yeah.
So where do you want to? How do you want to start?
We could. I would say. Let's start with Cyber City.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Start with the best one first, right?
You could say that.
Oh yeah, okay. First of all, so you're standing like you're in the middle ground on it?
Yeah. Middle ground.
Okay. Tell me why.
Okay. I just couldn't get into it. I just
What?
couldn't. I don't know. I don't know if it was the dub or what. I just couldn't.
Okay.
I kept losing
So,
interest.
so the basics of this, it takes place in the year 2808, which is when you look at it, it's like, well, technology hasn't advanced that much far from now.
Yeah.
The actual anime was done in 1991, 1990-ish. It spreads
1990, I
over.
think. Yeah.
And yeah, you would have, okay, if they did it 2108, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't look as advanced as 800 years in the future. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways, to allow it, it is a cyberpunk anime. And I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it because it's got a little bit of, it's got like sci-fi, futuristic stuff, and a bit of supernatural stuff as well. And your ultimate, most charismatic lead of Sengoku there, who excessively swears for no reason, but it's hilarious because all the lines he's bursting out with is just, yeah, he's not being macho about it, he's not being overly like insecure about who he is. He's just like, yes, the attitude of a guy who would be forced to work as cyber police, but is an actual criminal,
Yeah.
trying to take years off his sentence.
Yes, like the Suicide Squad, but way in the future, and they're
Ish,
police. Yeah.
So it breaks down to 3 volumes, which are based on the 3 of the criminals, and
Yeah.
each one has a different story to it.
Yeah.
Sengoku's one is basically he's fighting. They has to infiltrate a building that has been possessed
Yeah.
by the rotting corpse of a killed man who was a part of the person who currently owns the building.
Yeah.
And basically his spirit merged with the electronics, and now he's finally ready to have his revenge. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that sounds wacky, but it is. It's great. Number 2 is Golgo's story, where he's it's a criminal against a cyborg type story. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Man always works finds a way against a machine which is kind of static in its way of a thought process.
Yeah. I
And
didn't
the
really get
last
that.
one is Benton, which is androgynous male character.
Yeah, he's is a samurai?
I don't know exactly because they didn't cover too much of the background
Yeah.
of everything, but he's up against a vampire who's not really a vampire, but it's like a genetic. It's a cure for a genetic disorder
Yeah.
which turns people into have vampire-like symptoms.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
There's a great infamous line. We'll speak about later if we get to it. But yeah. No, great. I personally enjoyed all these stories. I would have thought, okay, maybe a chapter 4 just to.
Sort of round it up, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of strings left over.
Loads.
Yeah. But yeah, like part 4 is just not. You don't need to end it or conclude it, but just like finish wrapping up certain bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
it should have been like you say, the 4th one where it's all three of them sort of together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they have to help. And yeah, maybe the guy who's controlling them.
Yeah.
Is part of that group as well. Maybe it can be kind of focused on him, the 4th one.
Yeah,
So then,
he's just there, but there's no
yeah.
reason for him being there.
Yeah. Other than to be like the Amanda Waller.
Yeah, that's
And
literally
threatening
it.
to blow people's heads off.
Yeah, that's literally it.
No, I enjoyed every single one of these. So especially the first one though. I was like, oh, I thought Sengoku was going to be in the lead for all the rest of them, but he wasn't, which was
But
kind of
no.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Why did you? Why are you in the middle ground of this?
I don't know if it was because I don't know. I just found it hard to get into.
Or
Yeah, and it kept on. I don't know if it was the dub and people sounding weird. I don't know. It's lots of. I can't figure out why I didn't get into it. I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood. If I watch it another time, would I enjoy it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe maybe give it a second watch.
Yeah.
Maybe give it a second watch and you'll like it better.
Yeah,
But I tremendously enjoyed all of these. Firstly, because it's bloody and gory, right?
Yeah.
There's no nudity in it. Like there's maybe little bits and pieces, but nothing like you don't really see anything, right?
Yeah.
But because it's going to be a 15 because of the violence. They're like, I'm thinking they just like screw it. Let's just throw as many curse words in here.
Yeah, literally for no. Lots of the curse words in the like sentencely what like doesn't make any sense. Like, wait, huh?
Yeah, but
it's funny.
All pulled off really charismatically, so I can't say I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. It wasn't swearing for swearing's sake, but some of it was just a bit like.
Some of it was actually, but I reckon
some of it was,
but
it was like
it suited the characters. It wasn't like in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Batman's swearing and who someone else.
There's two F-bombs in that film. But one Batman, I can't remember who the one was. But
but it just didn't feel like those characters would say those words.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, every other word it seems, and these characters would definitely say these words.
Yeah, because they're criminals. Like, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So, which of these chapters did you find the most? I want to say intriguing because of the way that you're actually viewing it. Because I can't say the best because if you don't like it.
I did enjoy the second one because it was sort of more grounded.
Yeah.
But then it was weird at the same time. Like, he meets that girl who has the
Electra-looking lady.
Yeah, she has that weird like Brooklyn sort of accent, but this is set in Japan.
Yeah, well, let's just say in the future, you have a merge of cultures like Blade Runner. That's all I can say.
Yeah, so it makes sense, but it's just weird. Okay.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think the first one has the most bits that are tied up together because when it moves on the second one, like Golgo's got a cohort, like you're saying, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There is history between them. They need to go into history, but she just appears there for that the segment that she's relevant.
Yeah.
Same with the last one as well. Benton's got a bounty hunter that he has history with.
Yeah.
And she's only there to
die.
Yeah, exactly. But they could have had any bounty hunter. They could have got the main guy, the main villain, hire bounty hunter. They could have covered the exact same ground.
Yeah.
Without adding pieces of story that's never going to be finished.
Yeah.
But the idea is to make the world feel lived in. So
it works in that way.
Yeah.
But like you said, it makes you want more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give it that. Yeah, but something I also noticed in this show, except for Sengoku, when he knows that woman in the lift, then he tries to save her and that stuff. All the other people, when they try to save someone, like in episode 2 and 3, they die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
because she's a cop and she's part of the, I think, not the organization, but she's part of whatever it is, the cyber police.
Yeah. And
she's kind of a bit. She had parts through the rest of the other two chapters.
Did she?
Yeah. She didn't have main parts or anything, but she's like not a liaison sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in it. That's why you're saying it just sticks out more that everyone else who's relevant and stuff just suddenly disappears or is gone or whatever.
Yeah, and replaced with someone else who could be changed for no reason.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, I have to say I enjoyed it. I think it's a bloody good time because it is rather bloody. So yeah, Maybe look, maybe give it a second.
Yeah, no, I'll
watch.
give it a second try. I'm not writing it off.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'll
no,
give it a
no.
second try. Yeah.
But yeah, just be prepared for a lot of curse words.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that, sometimes, I don't know for what it is, as me, sometimes when there's too much curse words in certain things, it kind of puts me off. I don't know why.
I think the personally it's hilarious to the delivery as well.
Yeah.
However, the thing is, like you're saying about the dub, maybe because the English dub and soundtrack is different to the Japanese dub and soundtrack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
So the songs are more in the Japanese version. The songs are more like the poppy kind of.
Yeah.
Or like synth 80s metal, not metalish, but rock kind of.
Yeah.
I think the English dub actually has a better soundtrack, and the obviously the translation is different.
Yeah.
So if you decide to watch the Japanese version at some point, to be aware, they're probably not going to be as much swearing.
No.
Of course, because Japanese they're a bit more polite.
Yeah.
And these criminals are a bit more rough and ready in their when they're American sounding voices.
Yeah. Just angry to be angry.
Yeah, but it's not as if they don't have a reason to.
No, they do. They totally have reasons.
Friends die, and everything like that,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like anime Suicide Squad ish.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely give it another try.
All right, where do you want? All right, okay. I'll tell you what. From the best in my perspective to the worst, right?
All right.
So let's move to Avengers of Justice Fast Wars, which, by the way, on the DVD cover, I see it's called End of Game Edition. Like, man, these people. And with a Hulk version of Shawn Michaels on the cover. Which he, in the movie, is not built like that.
No.
He's built like standard Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Which is big compared to normal guys, but
still, yeah, it's full sabotaging there, man.
All I can say about this as well is, why has he got plastic Yoda ears on, which are painted proper green, and then the green body paint on him looks patchy?
Yeah, it looks like it's falling off all the time.
Yeah. This is okay. This movie. Look, all I can say about this is forgettable, absolutely forgettable.
All I can say about this movie is it's a movie. That's all really.
Yeah. Now, I watched it, and I'm sure you watched it, and we could just say whatever we want.
Yeah.
It just sounds so generic that we could be lying through our teeth about whatever we're saying, and you believe it's in the part of this movie.
Yeah.
We could even say, we didn't watch it, and we just watched the trailer. We still get the entire movie.
Yeah, it's literally that's how bad it is.
Do you want to do a quick run through?
Yeah. Okay. Quick run through.
Yeah.
This is about a man called Bruce Kent, aka Super.
By the way, let me just point out the names as well. Like Bruce Kent, you got Tony Starch.
Yeah.
You got other Master Yoga, but it's from Master thing. He's like, your movie is trying to be a parody. If you give me names like this, I know exactly what I'm in for, and it's just I'm in for a terrible time.
Yeah.
Because you're blatantly trying to tell me these are these characters who are supposed to be the parody of these characters.
Like Lando.
Beaverine as well. Come on.
Yeah, Beaverine, Lando Fury, who ends up being Furious Panther. I'm like, yeah. Even he makes a joke about the parody thing, innit?
The interchangeable black guy, the heroes that he is.
Yeah. So he is basically a retired superhero because he lost his powers.
Bruce Kent, yeah?
Yeah, Bruce Kent.
Not Lando Fury, as we were just speaking of.
No, not him.
Okay.
We'll get to him later. So basically he loses his powers and he's got two twin children who are turning 17 and their powers are meant to be manifesting around then. But as usual, you get one kid has powers, the other one doesn't. That weird, I would say, conflict, but
in a film like this, I'm just gonna say it's that weird bullcrap because literally there's nothing that is it's part of the story, but only part of the story to be part of the story.
Yeah,
because there's no relevance to anything.
No,
There's
literally no relevance, and then the bad guy whose name I forget. We'll say
Dark Jokester.
No, not even him. He's his
not
boss.
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I forgot his name.
Lex Luthor ripoff, and I can't
Lisp
remember.
Luthor. Yeah.
Lucas Lu? I don't know.
No, Lisp Luthor.
Yeah, Lisp Luthor,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, him and Joker join up to kidnap one of the kids to turn them on their side, so then they can build a machine to create a new Ice Age, I believe. Hijink ensues. Super Bat wants
Super Bat, who is Bruce Kent.
Bruce Kent wants to get back into shape, so his wife gets him in touch with Yoga Master. I don't care at this point what his name
Master
is.
Yoga.
Yeah, that's his name. Who is played
his
by...
wife being Jean Wonder.
Yeah.
Jean.
Who's played by Shawn Michaels. This is the only reason why I picked this film, if I'm honest.
And you're going to speak about Master Yoga?
Yeah, he's meant to be Yoda, but he teaches yoga. Get it? Yeah. That happens, and then they do nothing. It's a terrible film. Oh, wait. Yeah, so I would say I'm not going to go any further with this film. Don't waste your time. Unless you hate yourself, then watch it.
Yeah. But you know what? If you hate yourself enough to punish yourself into... You want to punish yourself into suicide and depression? This is not... This movie won't even take you there. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
They won't even take you to the level of badness that you think, I'll get over done with.
Yeah. I don't even think if he was under the influence or anything either, this film be good.
Any influence.
Anything. So yeah, we're moving on. Hate this film.
Alright, let's move on to better films.
Yep. The second best film, maybe.
Go on.
I was saying this is, in my opinion, the second best film of the lot.
Alright.
Yep.
The Marine 3 Homefront with our boy The Miz.
Yep. Mike Mazanin.
It's you know what, pretty good for the budget. I didn't think it was like a super cheap movie.
No.
It was a straight to DVD/VOD movie, you know, WWE Films production. But it's all right. It's all right. It's like it's filmed in a countryside secluded area, so it doesn't really move away from that.
No.
But they make use of what they have. It's the best.
It doesn't try to be fancy.
Yeah. It doesn't really need to be. It wasn't like the John Cena one, which looked like he had a lot of money put into it, and he's doing massive set pieces. Right, this is more like a smaller story because, when we go through the story, you see it doesn't need to be superly over the top.
No, it's like Die Hard on a budget.
Yeah. But not bad. It's not.
But
bad.
not bad. No, not in a bad way. No. This is easily better than Die Hard 5, if I'm honest.
So our boy The Miz,
he's
serving the Marines for 14 months at this point without leave, though he's been a Marine for extended amount of years before that.
Yeah.
Comes back to town to see his fans, his sister, his one sister and his other sister.
Yeah. The baby sister.
Yeah, and his buddy, the policeman. Basically, you know, town's kind of not moved on-ish. But people, you know, there's been a lot of change since he was last in town. Yeah. So his best friend's now the sheriff of the city.
And also Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, not really Hangman.
No, but he looks like him.
Yeah. So he comes back to town. And at the same time, strangely enough, a criminal arms dealer is also in town.
Yeah.
A terrorist arms dealer, whatever he is.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. It just happened to be at the same day he's back.
Yeah. You know, if he chose any other day, any other week, you know, he could have got his plans through.
Yeah, but that pesky Miz was there.
Yeah. All right, so Miz. Look, Miz is not. I don't personally. I mean, have you met the Miz?
No, I would like to.
All right.
But,
All right, so Miz is not a small guy.
No.
It's just on the TV of the WWE. When you're comparing against other people who are about his size, he looks average.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Daniel Bryan's a smaller guy than The Miz, but if you met Daniel Bryan in the gym, you know, he'd be a big guy comparatively.
Yeah.
So here, Miz looks like he could take all these people in the town. Like, he looks like he could take care of himself proper well. And as character being Marine, I buy it when he does take down people. Yeah, the size does make a bit of a visual difference.
Yeah, like you kind of notice, like saying in the bar scene where he murders, well, some murder. When he beats up 3 people, you notice it then that he's.
Let's do a little bit of a setup there because Miz is in the bar, right?
Yes.
And he talks to his buddy.
Yeah.
And his buddy then backs into someone who's playing pool, right?
Yeah.
And guy playing pool is just like, buddy, just, you mind just stepping aside because you're in my way? The guy's like then squaring up to fight him. The Miz's friend squaring up to fight him. I'm like, are you squaring up to fight him because the Miz has got your back and you're just a rowdy drunk or something like that?
Or is this a usual thing that happens every time at the bar?
That guy Miz's friend got punched in the face. He goes down. Miz is like, well, look, okay, my friend was a bit drunk. Yeah, just leave him be. We'll stay out of your hair. I'll just take him or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The pool guy goes, no, Miz, we're gonna fight right now. And Miz is like, boy, you're going down. He didn't actually say that, but basically just puts the guy down, puts down 2 of his other friends, and then Miz's drunk buddy's like, oh man, you didn't need to do that. You didn't go that far. It's like, you started the fight. You
started this, and I tried to save my life.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he didn't even go that far, but he needed to put these people down.
Yeah,
because he knows, as a Marine, he'll stop when the fight's over.
Yeah,
right. Because he's trained to kill them, and he could easily kill them.
Yeah. Easily.
Whereas you don't know what they're gonna do if they're capable and able.
Yeah,
and you're the one down on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So good on Miz for taking them down.
And not murdering them.
And then bad on Hangman Adam Page for coming up to the Miz on his day off, I think it was.
Yeah, because he's still in jeans.
yeah. And he's like, look, I don't care about your story. I don't care what you're saying. You can't just come into this town and start fights and everything like that. Miz is trying to. You can see he's wanting to say stuff, right? He opens his mouth and he gets shut down all the time. Didn't even get his story explained. It's like, Miz is not the bad guy here.
No.
If anything,
did your job.
Your other bearded friend is the guy who started all the stuff.
Exactly. He was just handling business. But, alright, sure.
But if it was a running thing where every time Miz is going to do something hot-headed, his friend says to him, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he just kind of shushes him, quite him like a running joke sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or consistency of that thing, then that would have relevance. But he was like, no, Miz, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Even though right, even though we think he's right, Hangman Adam Page said, Miz, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Don't even speak to me. You're lucky I don't get out of my face.
Yeah, he got taken for a mug for no reason. Even though the Miz isn't right.
Yeah. So okay, just get a bit of a lay of the land of the story here, because Miz is all right. So that's the setup. That's the first kind of half an hour of the story.
Yeah.
Just set up the characters, even the bad guy and all this stuff. So you have everyone in their positions, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into the meat of the story, where Miz's little sister, who
Lily,
yeah, but she's in her 20s, right? No one has a little sister, not like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, no.
She's in her late 20s ish, late 20s, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or however her character's meant to be, with a dodgy-looking boyfriend who actually is a nice guy.
Yeah.
They've seen the bar fight and as sisters do. Miz, you're embarrassing me. I'll walk away in a strop. And then she complains to her boyfriend. They go to the, when you say a pier or whatever, to fix their car. To fix the car because I don't want to say he's a mechanic or whatever, but they're just doing whatever there, right?
Yeah. And
not even, 200 meters away, our boy Neil McDonough.
Yeah, the Irish Bison.
Yeah. Dum Dum Dugan and Damien Dark.
Yeah, from the Arrowverse. Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing a shady arms deal with his right-hand man, who's wild, and needs to be put under control.
He's wacky, yeah.
Yeah, and the dealer who's like, well, you know what? I know you shifted your timetable, but you know what? Maybe you should pay me a bit more because otherwise I'll be talking.
Yeah,
And then Jonas Pope, Neil McDonough, said, "You won't be talking no more," and shoots him in the head. He doesn't really go down like that. But you would have thought the right hand man who's got, a bit crazy out of control maybe would just bust out with the gun.
Yeah.
And like Jonas Pope going, "Okay, we can probably sort this out. Gentlemanly maybe, right?"
Yeah.
And then right hand man just shoots him, and you'd be like, "Okay, that's how it's going, right?"
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Jonas Pope is like, "Well, you know what? Like the old Darth Vader line, I've rearranged the deal. You pray I don't rearrange it more." He actually does rearrange it more and just shoots him.
But like that guy was dumb to throw that out there. Like,
how you throw a terrorist? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
terrorist
they're
like
really going to go and kill people. Come on.
What makes you think they won't kill you without hesitation? Which they do. Yeah.
So then Mrs. sister sees this. She shrieks. Dude, her boyfriend tries to get in the car.
Yeah.
And they go get away. The problem is obviously they're fixing the car for a reason. It don't move anywhere. They get caught.
And they get taken as hostages.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the FBI are involved here because they've been looking for this Jonas Pope geezer for quite some time. Miz is like swaggering in there. No, he didn't really swagger. He just kind of like, he tried to rescue his sister.
Yeah.
Knocked out some guy. And then the FBI tell him to freeze because they actually knocked out an FBI scout, not anyone that has to do with the terrorists that are in the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they give him the lowdown. And Miz is like, "Wait a minute. If you did an infiltration mission, and I'm a Marine who's done loads of infiltration missions, maybe I can help you.
Yeah, maybe I can assist you, go through your plans, tell you what's
They
right."
do the old Miz saying back to him, like, "When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut."
Yeah.
They don't really say these lines.
But it was basically that.
Yeah. And they send their FBI, the SWAT team, all dressed in black.
Yeah.
In daylight.
Yep.
Across greenery.
Yeah.
Light brown ground.
Yeah.
Blue sky. And coloured buildings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they hope not to get seen.
Idiots.
What's that about?
And they wonder why they all got massacred.
Exactly.
Oh, idiots.
Yeah. So, then Hangman and Page, like when the FBI tells them, "Get this Miz out of my face."
Yeah.
Hangman and Page arrests the Miz, takes him out, and then they go to like a little secluded area, and he uncuffs the Miz and says, "You got to go do what you got to do."
Yeah, he's like, "I know you're right, and you do the thing." And he's
you do the thing, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I'm just gonna turn around
and pretend I don't know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. But here's also a gun.
yeah. Like, oh, he disappeared. Miz disappeared. My shotgun disappeared. The cuffs on the ground. Yeah. I do not know what happened.
I fell asleep for 2 seconds and he was gone. Yeah.
I flicked my eyes and yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah. I think the action. Look, this movie is actually not bad.
No, it's not.
It's quite watchable actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. The first half an hour is just like we're saying, it's set up. The rest of it kind of moves at a decent pace. The actions aren't too bad either.
No.
Yeah.
Especially like what we were saying before, for the budget is on, the action scenes and stuff are pretty well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously there's limitations, but it's still pretty well done.
I mean, it doesn't look. This whole movie does not try to be spectacular.
No, not at all.
So everything kind of fits the. Once you start, that's how it's going to continue, sort of a vibe.
Yeah. And I liked it. And then
go on. Sorry.
I was going to just say the other bits. So the informant gets found out. They shoot him.
Yeah,
in
of
his
course.
Brain. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you forgot to say about the creepy.
Oh yeah.
So okay, right. So Mrs. Sister is tied up, and then you got this one Mexican-looking geezer.
Yeah.
It has to be some sort of ethnic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right? He's like, "Oh, chica." They doesn't really. Okay, I'm not gonna do exactly what he's saying, right? Because it's funnier not to, right? Yeah. Ooh, chica, come here, I love your hair.
Like you have nice jeans and all stuff. You're like,
yeah.
Dude.
Just like sniffing her hair, getting creepier and creepier. She spits on him. He grabs her hair and goes, "Oh, I like that, baby."
Yeah.
Ooh,
you can make this rough. I was like, oh,
She
God.
said about 3 times, like, yeah, I love it.
And
Tell me
then,
more.
but then thankfully, yeah,
Like,
he gets shot in the head.
then one of the other team members walks in on what's going on,
Yeah,
sees Mrs. Sister in a bit of distress.
yeah,
Um, the other guy like, what do you want, man? Holmes,
yeah,
right? And this guy just then shoots the other guy.
yeah. And that's when you find out he's the informant, the
Yeah, yeah,
inside
yeah,
man.
exactly. It's
And
like,
then,
I'm FBI. I'm gonna get you out of here. Oh no, we
yes,
have to rescue my boyfriend. And then yeah, things go a bit downhill from
yeah,
that guy there. Maybe she should have just listened to him and because she would have been like, look, they're hardly gonna be unless there's someone really shady. That boy really gonna have nothing
yeah,
gonna happen to him in that sort of manner.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. But I get her concern, but yeah,
Yeah. But it's
yeah,
like, look, there's other things that could happen to you here other than dying, and you probably should get out of here.
yeah. I'm pretty sure your boyfriend should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully. Yeah.
You know? Yeah, yeah.
Unless, it happens to him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So yeah. Continue the lowdown while I
Yeah.
just wanted to
And
tell you about.
then that all happens. Sorry. And then this is why that happens. They try and run away on their own, and they sort of get caught again. And this is when the Miz infiltrates the boat and does his super stealth running because you can't hear him run whatsoever. So I was like, yeah, man, he's great. He kills a few people, gets on the boat, and then he finds his sister and her boyfriend, but also stumbles on. Oh, sorry, no. Before that, he fights henchman number 2, like the main henchman.
Yeah.
Kills him, which is that's a pretty decent fight. How it's set up.
Yeah, henchman number 2. You're talking about Darren Twister from Ip Man, right? Ip Man
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Shallow Lavi, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Also, Constantine Draco, I believe, in Arrowverse, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's why I knew who he was. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so he kills him. Then he gets to, we'll say, the boss fight.
Yeah.
But Swerve, they know he's coming, and they sort of beat him up, subdue him.
Yeah.
And then they call the FBI and say, yeah, we have demands. We need this. We need a police car to take us, I think it's 10 miles out of the city. And once we do that, we'll give Miz's sister back.
Yeah.
And all fine. So the FBI's like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So the car comes, and then they kill the policeman in the car and swap the cars over because they've rigged up a police car with a bomb to blow up some building. That's quite important because Jonas Pope's whole thing is he hates big corporations because they destroy the little man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you should only take what you need and share the rest rather than take all the profits and there. Because
whatever,
yeah, because his family had a business and it got bought out by a corporation, and then his sister got ill, but then their insurance couldn't cover it, so his dad killed himself, and this set Pope onto his I'm not going to say evil ways because he sort of does have a point.
Yeah.
But going the wrong way about it. So yeah, so then Pope and his second henchman, his number 1 henchman, and Mrs. Sister go off in the police car with the bomb, and Mrs. left to be killed by another guy, but the boyfriend of Mrs. Sister saves the Miz, and this is when the Miz clocks on to what their plan is, and he gets on a motorbike and drives into the city, and this will be coming to the end of the film. They get to the city. They're gonna do the bomb, but they get caught by the police. But okay, we're gonna have to do this a bit early. And henchman number 2 goes, hey Malcolm, sorry, Jonas.
Yeah.
Jonas, you and the girl go. I've armed the bomb. You take it. I'll hold the police off.
Yeah.
So he has an epic shootout with the police. He gets killed. And then Malcolm's about to go into some building. And then Miz just walks up. No, sorry. Hangman and Page arrives in his police car. And is like,
Yeah.
not so fast. And then he goes, I'll shoot the girl. You can't take the shot. And then the Miz just walks in.
Yeah.
Looking all cool.
Literally, no, you just don't walk. He swaggers in.
He swaggers in because he knows.
Like,
Yeah,
he knows boy, I'm gonna get shit done.
Yeah, literally, that's how he walks in. He goes, he can't take the shot, but you know I can. And then they just shoot the shit out of the guy.
Yeah. Even though the guy is like, Jodie Foster, like, let's go with his sister.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, okay, because he knows what's gonna happen. Miz does it anyway, so it's like, okay, fine.
They just shoot the crap out of him. And then they're like, yeah, we're all done. And Lily's like, no, he activated the bomb. And there's not much longer left. For like, oh, crap. So they find the car. And Miz is like, there's like a minute and a half left or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me drive it out the city and see what happens. So he drives it out the city, jumps out, car explodes. The day is saved. And they all do a weird sort of like, look at each other slow motion montage thing.
Yeah.
And it ends. And that made me want to watch the next one, which I'm going to do at some point.
All right. Well, let's store that for...
Yeah, later on.
No, hold on. Right. Now, okay, I'll tell you what.
What?
I've got a list at the end of this, and we'll put Marine 4 at the end of it as well. As in, I'll give you the list, and you tell me, we'll pick and choose.
Okay.
And then we'll definitely put Marine 4 at the end of this list, yeah?
All right, cool.
So let's finish Knives Out, and then we'll go on to this bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, Knives Out. What did you think of it?
With Knives Out, I think we shouldn't spoil it too much. Just in case people haven't seen it. We shouldn't, like, give too much of the plot away, because I don't think everyone's seen it. Yeah,
it's about 2 years old.
Yeah. To be fair, this is the first time I saw it, so that's why I don't really want to give away the ending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We could skirt around it.
Yeah, we'll skirt around
right.
best we can. But
okay.
I'll put in the description spoilers at a certain point or whatever. So,
yeah. Okay.
So actually, no. Let's just talk about it. All right. I'm gonna put in the description, people. From what time we start talking about it to what time we finish talking about it.
Yeah.
So you don't.
But let's non-spoilers from that at this point until we say
spoilers.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
I found this movie pretty enjoyable. I did like. Okay, so this is the second time I watched it, and the first time I watched it, I was distracted by the southern accent that Daniel Craig was putting on.
Yeah.
But the second time I watched it, I was like, I got used to it, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's actually not. It's only because it sticks out. It's not his actual accent because you've heard him do
really
so long.
Yeah.
That this southern style accent is like, question mark.
Yeah.
But when you just take it as though this is his actual accent.
Yeah.
For the character, and you pretend you've never heard him before, it's all right. It's all right
if you take it that way.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible southern accent.
No.
I've heard a lot
worse. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent mystery kind of movie.
Yeah.
What it does, in a good way, it sets up the mystery, then kind of gives it away.
Yeah,
right,
what you think.
To cover other mystery that's later on.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because you're like, oh, well, there's pretty quickly they're resolving what's going on.
Yeah, because like,
is
that it already?
More to, yeah.
But then
another hour of the film left. Why is it so quick? You know?
Yeah. Because I thought, before seeing it, it was sort of like... Remember the film Cluedo, or Clue if you're American? Yeah. I thought just that's going to be them in a room sort of having to go at each other, telling their point of the view of the murder. That certain point, hour in, I was like, oh! This has got, as he says, the game is afoot. So I was like, okay, cool. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, let's... All right. So Chris Evans is good in it, right?
Yeah.
Anna de Armas is good in it as well.
Hmm.
She's playing more of a less sultry role as she usually plays. I'm
Yeah.
going to put it that way.
Hmm.
Because if you see her in most other things,
What else is she in? You're talking
she's
about what's the main character girl in it?
yeah. She's in the what's that Keanu Reeves film? Knock Knock.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
Blade Runner.
Hmm.
She's been in a couple of other things where she doesn't wear much.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so you recognize her? You don't recognize her face?
No,
How
because I
can
haven't
that
seen
be?
in those. I haven't seen Blade Runner and that, so that's why I never.
Oh,
Or
all right.
Knock Knock,
Okay.
so that's why I
Fair
was like,
enough.
oh, okay.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh,
Um,
cool. All right.
yeah. So I retract what I say then. I
Yeah.
retract what I just said.
Sorry, sorry.
You don't recognize the face, but you recognize it from other photos. Anyways, um, yeah. There's an all-star cast, in here.
Yeah,
That play their roles really well. Like so, the ones that stick out: Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, and Adamas.
yeah,
But the rest of these guys, like Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Tony Collette, all the basically the people that play the family members,
yeah,
they're a bunch of dicks, right?
yeah,
But they play their roles enjoyably.
yeah,
They know how to play it,
yeah.
curtail it to a certain degree where you're like it's not too over the top or they're dislikable.
No,
But they're just dislikable enough.
yeah,
They come up and you're like, yeah, you deserve that. But not so much that you think they're slimy, but or hateable or anything like that.
yeah,
They're just
yeah. No
more
one comes off
concerned about
hateable
themselves.
until the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like they're just more concerned about their share of the money.
yeah, which
Because
makes sense. It's a human thing, isn't it? You would be
yeah, so they're
kind of
not.
pissed.
Yeah, but they are between them. We've got all subtle actions that you're thinking, yeah, these people are just not likable people, and they are amongst themselves for they deserve each other at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
basically, yeah. You're all scumbag. Well, yeah, you're all scumbags, and you sort of
Yeah,
deserve to be where you are.
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, like I said, they're not too over the top enough of everything where they're not the actors aren't taking the film seriously.
yeah. And Michael Shannon, he's such a weirdo.
Yeah. But they're all engaging. Funny enough, they're all kind of engaging characters because
Yeah,
they got all the little quirks and stuff like that. You're like, yeah,
yeah,
you're nasty, you're nasty, you're nasty, and you're nasty.
yeah,
Except for the kids because they're not they're not old enough to have any of those
yeah,
bad influence character bits.
yeah. Wait.
Yeah, so there's been a murder. Someone dies. Their father dies.
Yeah,
The family's father, who's like really old at this point.
yeah. He's like 85. Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, then they're just trying to work out who perpetrated the crime.
yeah,
That's essentially it. And yeah, but that's as far as we probably could go without spoilers, right?
yeah. So this is going to spoilers. All right. From this point on, people, we're giving you warning, spoilers. So, like I said, it'll be in the description or say when we finish, and you can join us back then. But thank you. We'll come back to this after you've watched it. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. So
Yeah. So I read the gimmick that Marta had and the Damas that she pukes every time she tells a lie.
yeah,
It was quite a good gimmick.
yeah, it was. Yeah. At first, I thought it was gonna be random
Yeah,
why she has it, but then I was like, oh no, that's
but
pretty
then
cool.
obviously, it then leads to her actions later on because she can't do certain things because
Yeah,
then she'll have to lie about it, and if she had to lie about it, she's gonna puke, and then people know.
yeah,
So it all leads her towards a sympathetic style character because she's restricted in her thought and movements because of certain things,
yeah.
consequences. Chris Evans, man, what a joker!
He's
What
the
a joker!
best. In it.
He's still buff from being Captain America because
You could
that
tell.
big massive wool vest, wool sweater thing he was wearing couldn't even hide it. He was
Yeah.
just burst. You wouldn't say he's burst out because they got it like oversized.
Yeah,
But even then, you like this guy's built, man. Underneath that, you could tell.
yeah. That's why, like you're saying, you could tell. That's why they kept them putting him in like baggy stuff,
yeah.
and they never showed him close up. It's always like sort of far away. Because it'd be weird if he was buff. You know, like, why is this guy in his family?
Yeah.
But yeah, his character was my favorite.
Yeah. But he hammed it up, but not to the level of when he was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, he hammed it up at the start, like when you don't know what's sort of going on.
Yeah.
But then near the end, it's like took a dark turn. Like, oh wow, he's insane.
Yeah, he gets more devious, but then he's consistent with his character.
Yeah.
And then later on, towards the finale, he's like, "Yeah, well, it's gonna be what's gonna be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to stab you."
Yeah. I was like, good callback to.
Yeah, I do have to say though so when the other housemaid pulled up the toxicology report and then she got taken care of by Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And it all hinged on so when Martha comes and finds her and it's like, okay, whatever ransom you want me to pay, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
But then she closes up and she finds the lady's dying from whatever injection, and the maid's like, Hugh did this, or you did this, right?
Yeah.
But Hugh is the name of Chris Evans' character.
Yeah. His real name.
It's just like, so kind of this movie hinges on his name sounding a bit close to you.
Yeah.
Ish. I mean, not hinges, but like a key part of it.
Yeah.
So like if his name was something else, this might not have worked.
Yeah.
Ish.
But it makes. But then.
No, it's a minor gripe. But
it's not a gripe because then, like, you have to. If his name was anything else, it wouldn't make sense. But so obviously they wrote it in.
It would have had to write it a different way. That's what I'm saying is. But when she looks at Martha and she says, "You did this,"
yeah,
you know, it's meant to look at it meant to be an accusation from Martha's perspective.
Yeah,
not information that the maid was actually trying to give her.
Yeah.
But if his name was Jack,
yeah,
then you know the movie would have been finished at that point. You'd be like, okay, well, we're pretty much sure.
Yeah.
Who perpetrated the crime, right?
Yeah, it was Jack.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really liked it. It's quite an enjoyable film.
Yeah.
Benoit Blanc is a bit of a personality, as I can see, you know.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I mean, he's a good character. He's like his tics and movements and stuff, and you know.
Because at first I thought it was good. You know when it starts with the interviews and stuff, and he's just sitting there, and he like does the bits on the keyboard and stuff like that. I mean, not on the piano, for them to sort of get the questions a bit more in depth. I thought, okay, this guy's gonna be a dick for the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then when he comes out of that bit, because I thought, okay, he's some stupid FBI higher up who's there to whatever. But then when his story starts like being untangled, it's like, oh, okay, I'm starting to open up to this guy. He's pretty fun. He's cool.
Yeah, yeah, and he knew there was something shady going on because he got hired by an unknown person.
Yeah.
And this looked like a suicide. That's why the police are there. And like, well, if he slit his own throat, then why would you hire a private eye to find out what's going on? Unless the person knew there was a crime perpetrated and it was made to look like a suicide. Yeah. So Chris Plummer, his character, killed himself because he accidentally got given the wrong medicine by his Martha and the Dharma's character, even though she gave him the right medicine. Yeah. The lady was, Chris Evans tried to poison the father, right?
Yeah.
His grandfather.
Yeah.
By swapping the meds. But the thing is, obviously, Martha being a nurse, she automatically, somehow, like by the weight and distribution of the liquids, she knew what was what, even though she didn't look at the labels. So when she realized, she thought she gave him the wrong medicine, she actually gave him the right medicine. And yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on there. But yeah, Chris Evans, it's quite a joker.
Yeah.
Because then he was like, all right, so what have you got on me? Because I did not kill the maid, because they said she lived.
Yeah.
so you can't get me for nothing much. Attempted murder, but come on,
Yeah, I'll get
right?
off with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Martha pukes all over him because she lied about the other maid surviving.
But I like that
And
bit as well
yeah,
because even the police officer was like, so she's lying about the whole thing.
yeah,
And then like, no, 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 no. Fran's alive. And Chris Evans like, oh,
yeah,
I must murder you.
yeah. And then yeah, exactly.
Murder you dead.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, there's no one in this film I personally think was you know, in some films you got an actor who's just sort of bringing the performance down.
Yeah.
In this, I don't feel like anyone did.
No, because it was actually well written enough that everyone were viable suspects.
Yeah.
And then they're all trying to bully Martha for she got the inheritance.
Yeah,
right?
for being a nice person.
She got a house, the money, the rights to all the books and everything like that.
Yeah.
And and then all the families are obviously trying to bully her into giving it back. So first they get to her, one of their daughters, who's Martha's friend, to appeal to her good nature. Oh, you know it's not right, and stuff like that. And then, oh, I hope you get through to school.
Yeah.
So then the girl really couldn't say anything. Obviously, she wasn't siding with family, but she was like, well, she's going to help me, but I can't convince... we're worried about the fortune, right? The family's worried about the fortune.
Yeah. More than
and
the father's death.
my reasoning to say to Martha is, oh, yeah, well, I can't finish school then in that case if we don't have the money. And when Martha says, I'll give you the money, she can't really push any more for anything. Because it's like, well... it's going to be blatant that I'm asking for the family now if I keep on, going.
Pushing. Yeah.
And then Marcus Shannon trying to be intimidating, being stupid. Okay. Two friends, Martha, and it says, "Oh, your mom came into the US illegally, right? It'd be a shame if lawyers or people found out. But when you give the resources back, we'll find the best lawyers."
Yeah.
To take care of that stuff for you.
She's like,
right? So you can. Yeah. And then Martha's like, well, no, I can use my resources to find the best lawyers, right? Because I know you just told me this thing can be sorted out. Mark Shannon's like, I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead.
Gave away my whole plan.
Give me my money back.
Yeah. What idiot. That bit made me laugh. I was like, you...
Yeah.
You basically told her what to do.
Yeah.
You mug. Oh yeah. Great film, man. Great film.
Very, very, very enjoyable film. I mean, I liked all the performances in it. Everyone had kind of secrets and stuff like that. So if they weren't a suspect, they had something else that they were being suspicious of.
Yeah.
And the only reason that things didn't go according to Chris Evans' plan is because Martha was just generally a good person.
Yeah.
Not a self-preserving person like the rest of his family.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this went wrong because I didn't expect this person to be so wholesome.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't take into account this person will actually not look out for themselves.
Yeah. But like, realistically, it could have went that way where she could have not realistically, but like, it could have went that way where she started becoming like them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that she didn't. She, even though the family were trying to screw her over, she's still willing to help, like, the granddaughter and stuff like that. I was like, that's pretty...
The people that have been just generally good to her.
Yeah.
Because you notice that when she's the nurse, right?
Yeah.
Martha's the nurse, so she's not the housekeeper or anything like that, right? But Don Johnson he finishes eating something and has a plate to take away.
Yeah. And that weird, awkward conversation where he's like, where they're talking about, what was it, illegal immigrants or whatever.
And he goes, Martha did it the right way. She came into the country.
Yeah. Martha, come here. It's like, dude, why'd you gotta be that guy?
Yeah.
And you can tell that she's like, I don't want to be a part of this conversation whatsoever. And it's like, no, it's fine. Come here. Tell us. And even though the family's like, don't, please, just go. It's all right. We know you're good. You don't need to listen to this guy's indirect racism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don Johnson, great guy.
Yeah, no, but they're all good at being dislikable in certain ways.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. When they get their share of anything, you're like, yeah, you kind of, and then all their other not secrets come out, but all the other stuff that they cause their own downfall, like home wrecking style and stuff like that. You're like, well, that's you on you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your problem. Yeah. But yeah, I would totally recommend this film to anyone. I should have watched it when it first came out, but obviously this is when everything started going down and
so your order of these films. Okay, so this is where we finish, right? This is where we're finishing up, so you can tell people that this is it.
Yeah.
Right. So your order of these films that you're telling me is Knives Out,
Yep.
Marine, Cyber City, and
in fifth place,
right.
Avengers.
In fifth place.
Yeah.
Jeez, you gotta put something else in it. I'll swap them things around, right? I enjoy Cyber City more.
Yeah.
Then Knives Out, then the Marine. But they're all watchable. They're all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you say, fifth place because man, in 10th place or whatever, Avengers of Justice, we'll just don't bother watching that.
No.
It's just not good.
I feel sorry for whoever actually paid to make that film.
Yeah.
Because I could have edited that film and it would look a lot better. To say.
Well, here's the thing as well. It's just like, did you even make any money from that film?
Exactly.
But then here's the thing. There's an audience for all sorts of films.
Yeah.
So maybe it did. Maybe there are some people that like them. We just basically, verbally slaughtered them. But whatever, right?
Yeah. If you like it, good on you. I'm happy that you like it and you found joy in this film. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
That's the best way of saying it.
Or you can just verbally curb stomp them and say, "Look, man, your taste in films are shoddy. Don't talk to me. Don't even try to explain to me how good the film is because it can't be, because it's not. Right? No way it ever changed my mind. All the films I've seen.
Yeah, I could.
There's bad films that I remember, and there's good films that I remember. And this film,
the
second I finished watching it, it was out of my mind.
Yeah, same. But I can't be mean to people. We're all individuals and we're all entitled to liking what we want. So.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it. I have no care for this film and never will. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean we did it. We did it. We did it a good way. We say it the bad way. Or just that's the two camps that it falls in, right?
Yeah,
see how polite, by the way, how the difference in being polite and being rude is. Anyway, so moving on to the final bit, right? You're saying we should. You think we should watch the Marine 4 at some point, right?
I think at some point we need to finish the Miz. Was it the quadrilogy? Because I think it's in 4.
Okay, hold on. Right, I'm going to give you a list.
Yeah.
Of films, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll put them in some sort of order of sets of 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know how we have the other one where we talk about films that we have to talk good about bad films, right? But these films are so bad, I don't think we can say anything good about them. So we'll just slot them in here, right?
All right, cool.
But then let's not punish ourselves completely by watching unless you want to, watching a whole set of bad films, okay?
No,
right?
I need to.
But here are things to look forward to that we are going to watch, whether they be good or not, right?
Yeah.
Captain Battle, Liberty Wars. Can you guess what this movie is about?
It's a parody of, I want to say maybe Batman? Nah, Captain America, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's terrible. It's not even a parody.
It sounds it.
Okay. Good old-fashioned Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned House of the Dead at one point.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
House of the Dead 2 then as well. Might as well throw that in there.
Yeah, throw it in there.
All right. That's the list of 4, but you're saying them. So, we'll
save Marine 4, 3. Wait, what? We'll save 5 and 6 for another times because I think they will be.
Yeah. In between some of these, right?
Yeah.
because we can't look. We're gonna destroy our minds if we keep on watching something bad films. So let's spread out. The Marines will be decent, right?
Yeah.
At the very least, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe two of these bad films that I've listed say for, and then a good film to refresh our palate.
Yeah, to cleanse the palate, you shall say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our brain we would have just been destroyed our entire brains watching a whole bunch of bad films that are just terribly, genuinely bad.
Yeah, I can't take that meltdown.
Yeah, and we have to even try to good things like we do about when we do talking up. We can't even, we can't just cannot say good things about these because if we try to, we'll probably implode as well.
Yeah, the universe will come to an end if we do nice things about it.
All right. Okay, so we'll just have to work out what good films we're going to watch along with those at some point.
Okay.
Oh, we are in for a punishing time as well.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for a great time. Yeah, that will be fine. We'll sort this out.
So that's bringing us to a close. I am the man who would not know a vampire if it bit me at the end of my dick. CY Chong.
Okay. And I am Ransom Fearborn Childs. I don't know if that's that name.
Let me just, by the way, explain the random line that I just finished up with.
Yeah, go for
it. At the Volume 3 of Cyber City Odeo, Benton says this to Sengoku. So it does not know, literally, out of nowhere line. It's an infamous line because it's it's like, what?
Yeah, I had to rewind it. I was like, oh, he did say that. Okay, cool. Great. Yes, and this has been us. Let us know if you've seen any of these films, what you thought of them.
But do not let us know anything about Avengers of Justice,
don't.
Right?
That's
no, that's a joke though. That's a joke. You can, but try to.
I recommend you don't watch it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Send us a message. If you got any films that you would like us to watch and they are easily accessible, let us know and we might, give them a watch.
But do let us know beforehand. If you think it's good or bad, because then we can set our expectations. Or if you want it to be a surprise, you just give us something. So when we go in there, we're not thinking. Like I could go in there and watch a bad film, right?
Yeah, same.
But I need to know.
Yeah, I need to sort of be prepared.
Yeah. But we might have opposing opinions, and you say, for example, someone says it's good, and then turns out to be bad. But at least we know where we're going with that.
Yeah, exactly. So do that for us if you like. And follow all the socials and all that. And most importantly, thank you for taking a trip around the multiverse with us. Bye.